Welcome to this interview, Commander Neyo. I would like you to give me a brief introduction about yourself.
I found myself unable to commit the necessary time to BARC and decided to retire while serving as a Storm CC.
Have you ever been in any other division?
Yes, none of them quite suited me back then.
And what do you like most about BARC?
What I like most about BARC is the community. I'm fully aware that all good things must come to an end eventually.
Welcome to this interview, Commander Neyo. It is an honor to be able to count on you today. To start, I would like you to give me a brief introduction about yourself.
Hello there, I am Frosty. I joined BARC in April 2022, initially introduced to the community by a friend. I quickly found it to be an incredibly enjoyable and supportive environment, which has kept me dedicated for over 2 years now. During my time here, I've had the opportunity to serve as both a Storm and Speed Demon Company commander, and eventually, I became the CO of the division. In my first run for CO, I found myself unable to commit the necessary time to BARC and decided to retire while serving as a Storm CC, taking a 5-month break. However, after relinquishing my retired staff role, I made a successful second run and achieved my goal of becoming Commander Neyo. Right now, I'm fully aware that all good things must come to an end eventually, but I'm focused on enjoying the present and continuing to serve this fantastic division for as long as possible.
That's interesting. And what do you like most about BARC?
What I like most about BARC is the community. Once you settle in, you'll find that the community is truly amazing. Everyone genuinely cares about BARC, and that's a big reason why we're so successful as a division. Our community's strength is evident time and time again, especially during inspections where we consistently out-rally other divisions with more members. It's this unwavering commitment and support from our members that make BARC truly exceptional.
Why do you think people should join BARC?
If you want to experience a chill division with fun perks and overall fun HICOM, then BARC is your best bet. In comparison to other divisions, BARC HICOMs are more actively engaging in conversations within the community, as well as generally being chill about most stuff.
You've been in BARC for 2 years now. Which company has been your favorite and why?
That's a tough one. Despite my 2 years in BARC, I've never really experienced Dusk, and to be honest, I find them a bit overrated. So that leaves me with Speed Demon Company and Storm to choose from. Both are solid choices, but there's one key difference between them: the eras in which I served as CC in those companies. I'd say Speed Demon Company just barely inches ahead of Storm as my favorite. Not only was I their CC, but I've also noticed that a lot of SDs serve almost double to triple the amount of time within the division compared to other companies. This unique sense of commitment and longevity makes being a part of the Speed Demon Company one of the most distinctive experiences you can have in the division.
If you could bring something from 2022 to 2024 in BARC, what would it be and why?
Guarding, for sure. I remember back in 2022, Bulwark, Dusk unit, having a guarding unit which was considered elite for their guarding capabilities. But honestly, they weren't the best at it. If the guarding unit were to be brought back now, it would certainly be even more challenging. The training required would likely be doubled, making it a much harder role to fulfill within the division.
Have you ever been in any other division? If yes, why did you choose to stay in BARC and not in another division?
Yes, I've been in the 327th, 187th, and 41st divisions before joining BARC. None of them quite suited me back then. What intrigued me about BARC was that it was a new division at the time and had the unique perk of speeders. That piqued my interest more than my experiences in the other divisions. Don't get me wrong, those are good divisions, but they just weren't my cup of tea at that time.
If you were the GAR owner, what would you add to the game to make the BARC personnel's experience more fun?
The Star Wars franchise, and especially the Clone Wars series, has a lot more vehicles aside from the BARC speeder. And I'd certainly add that to BARC and give them more things to drive and enjoy. Like imagine 2 BARC troopers driving a ATRT. That would be amazing.
All right, that would be it for today. Thank you very much for coming, Frosty.
The pleasure is mine. Thanks for inviting me.